Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Monday Night Spurs Show, live on YouTube every Monday night at 9 p.m. Joining me tonight, we've got Gary once again. Gary, thank you for joining me, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, all good. Cheers, Tel. How you keeping?
Yeah, all good, all good. So let's get straight to it then. Let's talk about the FA Cup win at the weekend. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Brighton over Albion 1. What was your first thoughts on the game, mate?
Well, build up to the game. Obviously, we was expecting a tough match. For those that have been watching, Brighton have been impressive under Graham Potter this season in the league. So obviously, before going into the game, we wasn't expecting it to be easy. But overall, the game was a good game, and obviously important to get the win and go through to the next round. So yeah, I think it was definitely a nice watch as well. What do you think, Tel? It was a nice watch. Nice to watch some good football.
Yeah, well, first thing I noticed, I felt like it was a lot, a lot more fresh. The squad felt a lot fresher. I felt like everyone who started, everyone on the bench, I feel like everyone had a role to play. And with the substitutions coming on, it felt like they were coming on tactically. They had a purpose. Where before it's almost like you bring Dele on, you bring the Celso on, you bring on Dombele on. You're just hoping they do something. But this time with the changes now, it feels like there's a bit more of a structure within the club and a bit more of a better harmony within the team now. Let's talk about the lineup then. So, what did you make of the lineup? I mean, no real surprises. I know Oliver Skip was injured, Tanganga was injured, and Dyer was injured. But what did you make of the lineup?
Yeah, I think Dyer was the only surprise. I don't know if that was like a late thing or just a precautionary measure. But I mean, what was nice to see Christian Romero back for the first time in. I think that made a difference at the back because watching the game, I think Mopé was really quiet and he was really poor. So I think having Romero there was important. Seeing Sonny back as well was good to see. And obviously it was tossing and turning between Emerson Royal and Matt Doherty, who's going to play for that right wing back spot. But obviously he's gone for Emerson and it paid off because obviously he got the goal as well. I don't know if it went down as an Emerson goal or an own goal. What was?
Yeah, I think it was March own goal. I think pretty sure.
Yeah, really, because I mean Emerson's going on Twitter making out that it's his goal, but it's a strange one really. But either way, I think that confidence will do him good. So he scored. You could say he scored his goal, and you could see him in the next few more matches coming up. But yeah, I think the team there fully fit, more or less picks itself. Obviously, Davis, Sanchez, Reguilon, Højbjerg as well, Kane up top, Lucas Moura. Yeah, even with the new signings, I think that team just picks itself.
It's funny. I think Alistair Gold mentioned that the strangest thing about the Emerson goal was that he was trying to cross it, but no one was in the box.
Yeah.
So it would have been a stupid cross anyway, but he was quite lucky that it went in. But let's talk about Christian Romero for a minute. I mean, the whole team felt so much more calmer with him back in the team, and he's not only got nice footwork, he doesn't only get stuck in. I know there was a crunching tackle on Tariq Lamptey quite early on in the game, but he's just a Rolls Royce of a defender, and he looked back up to speed on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you said, a Rolls Royce defender, and that's what we need. I know we had Vertonghen and Alderweireld both pairing at the back, but I feel like it makes a change to have someone who's elite, someone who can take the lead in their own hands. Because sometimes I find we always rely on two defenders to do it, and when one's injured, then it just sort of goes a bit pear-shaped. But yeah, having Romero there, he's just a solid player, and as I say, kept Mopé quiet. I thought Mopé was really poor, and you've seen Mopé on his day. He's really good, scores the goals, but he just didn't. Just non-existent really, and I think that's why Romero's in the team to keep players like him quiet. I mean, they were threatening Brighton. It wasn't, perfect. I mean, the defending, but it just done its basic job. And obviously, I think Basuma's goal. I think Romero was just unlucky not to get enough on it because obviously it deflected in, went past the keeper. But apart from that, I think the defence is quite sturdy.
What have you made of Romero in the middle of the back three? Do you think? I think he played really well there, but of course we've got Dyer to come back, which will be Dyer's position. Do you think Romero's better on the right of the three or in the middle where he played? He's brilliant
Um,
in both. But
yeah. I think you stick him in any position, he does a job. But yeah, I think playing in the middle of the three, especially with Sanchez and Davis there as well, I think he did well. I think he did really well, and I don't know. I just think he can play with anyone. I think he proves that. I think when you've got whether you're playing with Sanchez or Tanganga or Dyer, even Rodon, I think they're all going to look up to Romero as a leader at the back. And as I say, it's vital to have that. You know, you need like a John Terry type defender in that team, and it will make such a difference when it comes to defending and even attacks as well, because he can loft them forward as well from what we've seen.
yeah, I think with Romero, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't recall Ben Davis having a touch of the ball. I think we were that calm at the back. I think Sanchez was a bit more involved, but at Ben Davis, I think I'm very, very quiet, which must be a good thing. I don't remember him putting a foot wrong really. What I was going to ask you is about the formation with a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2. What do you prefer? Would you prefer like Benson Core with Winks and Højbjerg in the middle, or would you prefer, the chance to get another winger up top in a three?
I don't know really. I think I prefer it as a 3-5-2. Is that 3-5-2?
So we got Kane and Son up front.
Yeah, it's just a bit more attacking, really. I think when you've got if that back three in Sanchez, Romero, and Davis, or I don't know, Dyer, Romero, and Davis, or whoever it's going to be. See, if that can stay solid and organised at the back, then yeah, you can play with much more attacking football. And then that's when your players like Royale and Reguilon can bomb forward as well with the attack, like Lucas Moura and Son. And obviously, more players forward, the more they give Kane the service, and the more Kane scores for Tottenham. So yeah, I think with the three at the back and five in the middle, if you like, for me, it's just more free-flowing football, more attacking, and that, which is what I prefer anyway. I mean, playing defensive too, like we've seen it too often over the years at Tottenham. You know, defensive-minded players, and it just doesn't work. It's just boring, and everyone gets fed up with it. So if we can make this 3-5-2 formation like more exciting, then yeah, I'll be all for it every single match.
Yeah, I'm definitely on board for a 3-5-2 as well. Maybe put a Benson Core in there. I love to see Winks, Benson Core, and Skip. That's what I'd like to see in the middle. Winks likes to pass forward now, and I think Benson Core can pick a pass. Skip likes to try and pick a pass. So I love to see that kind of creativity. And I think Kane and Son up front as a partnership duo, I prefer to see that. And then if we need a goal second half, then you've got your Moura, your Bergwijn, your Kulusevski to come on. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how we do with a three in the midfield. We've got a few comments come in. Roy says 3-5-2 would be better away from home, I could see that. It would be interesting to see. I'm not sure who our next away game is. Is it Man City away?
Yeah, I think so. I think Man City or Leeds is up there as well. I think Burnley, rearranged fixture as well.
Yeah, we've got four. Yeah, we've got 4 away games on the bounce coming up. So, and Lask is in the chat again. Welcome back to the stream, Lask. You need Lucas in the team. He's very fast and can easily cut all the players. There was quite a bit of slander on Twitter earlier today. Did you see a few negative comments about Lucas Moura? People were saying, if I had to bet one player who'd lose the ball, it would be Lucas Moura. What did you make of Moura's performance against Brighton?
Well, I don't think he was bad, but it wasn't his greatest performance. He didn't really stick out, to be fair. But I think with Lucas Moura, he just does his job, taking on the players and that. But yeah, come to think of it, I don't think he was he was too much involved. I think with players like Kane, a lot more advanced and playing with confidence, it looks like as well. So I don't know, maybe Lucas isn't needed as much. Maybe that's when a player like Bergwijn can probably come in and take his spot. But I don't think he done anything bad on Saturday. But I don't think he was outstanding, like a standout performance, like. But yeah, I don't know what the comments, the slander on Twitter. I didn't really see it much. What were they? What was the?
It was just like little show reel videos of Lucas giving away the ball, like he give away possession numerous times, and it was like a 2-minute video of him giving the ball away. But I think he's only getting some criticism because him and his son played really well. Put on the afterburners for the third goal, and
Yeah,
Kane's first goal was top quality. So
yeah,
Lucas didn't stand out due to Son and Kane looking like their old self. Let's talk about Harry Kane then. I think that was the first proper game goal. Talk. I'm talking about where I thought, yeah, Harry Kane's back. What did you make of Kane's performance? And he seems to be celebrating again now, like he's proper part of the team and on board with
yeah.
content. What have you made of Harry?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, as long as he's scoring the goals, that's all that matters. And scores the goals, gives us the victories and that, and this was really important. But he needs to do this more often because we've seen him go missing in big games before,
Yeah.
and we've seen it too many times, and we need him to do it a bit more often. Well, a lot more often than anything. But yeah, I think working out a new system now. I think we've got a team. A squad of players who definitely want to play in this team and all that. I feel like we've got rid of some dead weight. We'll get onto transfers a bit later. I feel like players like Lo Celso, Ndombele and Dele were the sort of players who slowed the game down.
Yeah.
And obviously not responding to Conte's orders, but I feel like the rest of that team is. So that's why I've sold them or loaned them out. So yeah, I think Kane, with this squad of players, I think he'd do well with it now. So I think he's got the right team around him, the right squad of players, and hopefully everyone's on the same page as him too.
Yeah, I think there's a massive contrast from the performance against Morecambe compared to Brighton, and of course Brighton are a much tougher opposition. And I can't remember. I think Sonny may have been out of the Morecambe game, but apart from that, we had to bring Kane and Lucas on the second half. But I think this week, there's been a lot of stories going on. We've had the Mason Greenwood story. I know Ndombele's come out with some quotes.
Yeah.
There's been some criticism on Dele Alli on his dress sense lately.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure if you saw about the criticism of the Leicester players. They were out partying.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot, there's been a lot of talk about mentality lately, and I feel like hopefully we've got a tight knit group of players now. I'm going to look at. We've got some match stats to look at. Brighton do have the favour of the possession, but I think that was because we were 3-1 up. So I don't think we can look too much into possession. But shots on target, 7 on target. We did create a few chances. That's probably the most we've seen Emerson get forward for a while. What did you make of Emerson's performance? I think Emerson got forward more than Reguilon, I'd say.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. There was a thing on Twitter yesterday about talking about right wing backs again, and they said, "Who would you like to see coming in the summer?" Yeah. And obviously, one of the names that was mentioned was Tariq Lamptey. Now, I think on the day, Emerson Royale was the better right wing back. On the Saturday, in that match, the better Tariq Lamptey. As you say, just getting forward a lot more. Obviously, just seemed to play a bit better. I don't think he was poor in that match whatsoever. I think he done well, and as I say, he was better than Tariq Lamptey, I felt. So yeah, I think performance-wise was good. I just hope now, this is the start of, this is the start of good form for Emerson. And as I said earlier in this stream, the goal, whether it's his goal or not, but he'll probably treat it like it's his goal, and it'll do him confidence and hopefully urges him on to play better.
But the intention was there. He got his head down. He drove forward.
Yeah,
we haven't seen that for a long time. I mean, I wouldn't even say Ori had done that much. Got his head down and just drove. That's all we want. A bit of positivity. He gets the crowd going, and he put the ball. I mean, of course, it was a wasteful cross, but he still put the ball into a dangerous area. And look what happened. So many times he puts his foot on the ball, and then passes it back to Højbjerg, and then Emerson gets back in position. But this was, I'm not sure if he was different tactics, different instructions, but comparing him to Lamptey, I'd definitely say, Emerson had the better game.
Yeah.
I think I said it on last week's stream, but Lamptey can't play 90 minutes, and he got substituted again.
Off, yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
He still can't play 90 minutes due to
no.
the shape of him right now. So I think, being as we're talking about right backs, should we give a mention to Jed Spence? I mean,
Yeah,
quite impressive.
Scored yesterday.
Yeah, what did you make of his performance? Looked quite professional in the end, I thought.
Yeah, it's mad. He's only on loan, isn't he? He's on loan from Middlesbrough, and it makes you wonder, like, why did they loan him out? Why did Middlesbrough loan him out? Did they think there's better players there?
Let's talk. It's an attitude problem, but I've always think that's an easy excuse to make. Just say attitude problem, but apparently they loaned him out to try and make him mature a little bit. But I'm not. They're probably going to get a bit more money now than they actually realise. So I'm not sure.
Well, yeah. You got to think that's a good bit of business. So maybe his attitude. Maybe he doesn't want to play football. Maybe he don't want to be in the Championship, or maybe he doesn't want to be a rotating right back. Because obviously they had a different. I think Neil Warnock was in charge by the time he was there. So, but obviously they changed managers now, and I believe their new manager is it Chris Wilder.
Yeah. And obviously they got through on Friday night.
Yeah, got through, beat United on penalties. But yeah, I think obviously you can't predict the future, but I think maybe if he was still there, he might be the regular first choice. Right, he's definitely the first choice regular at Nottingham Forest, and he's only on loan. So yeah, we don't know. We don't know where his future.
Wasn't it Chris Hughton at Forest? No, I'm the wrong way
round.
round.
No, I saw his name. I think his name was Steve Cooper.
Yeah, I've done it the wrong way round. No, I'm talking about who was at Middlesbrough when Jed Spence got loaned out.
Oh, okay. No, it was. I think it was Neil Warnock.
Was it Warnock? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Actually, yeah. I think I've seen them pictures on Twitter where he used to cycle to work. He used to ride his bike to work. Right, Jim's in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Jim. He says Lamptey not for us. We'll talk about sticking to the topic of right backs. Kyle Walker-Peters has got 2 in 2.
Yeah, he scored over the weekend, didn't he? Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't think he fitted in the system at Spurs.
Yeah, he's a weird one. It's like we give him enough time as we possibly could.
Yeah, I mean, he had that time against Barcelona in the Champions League, and he was poured in, wasn't he?
And, I mean, I'll never forget that Ousmane Dembele robbing him at the halfway line.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the FA Cup draw before we talk about Southampton. So, what did you think of the FA Cup draw? I mean, it's the draw so far. There's still a few teams we could face that would be okay, but United are out, Arsenal are out, Leicester are out. I wouldn't fancy Leicester really, although we beat them. But what did you make of the draw? I've heard it's on a weekday. I thought it was a weekend, but apparently this is midweek.
Oh, that's a strange one. Yeah, well, whatever happens. But I mean, on paper, it's a good draw. I mean, it's an away trip to the Championship side. But I'll tell you what, these lower league oppositions now, have got the capabilities of causing an upset. I mean, we see it at the weekend. We see Middlesbrough, obviously, beating Man United at Old Trafford on penalties. We saw Kidderminster Harriers. They were literally 1 minute away from knocking West.
I believe that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they were so unlucky. Like they done everything they could, Kidderminster. Done absolutely everything. They scored. They had a disciplined performance, and West Ham had to bring on like the senior players to rescue the tie. Yeah. And last minute goal in normal time, and the last minute goal in extra time to avoid it going to penalties. Yeah, so you had that. Fulham gave Manchester City an early scare with the early goal, and then you had Plymouth who took Chelsea to extra time.
Yeah, that's the game I was watching. I was watching the Plymouth game.
Yeah,
and they could have took it to penalties. They missed the penalty.
They missed the penalty. Who else? You had what about Boreham Wood?
Yeah, I mean they got some right big blokes as well, Boreham Wood, didn't they? And
Boreham Wood and turning over Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Absolutely crazy results. And then you had Coventry took the lead against Southampton actually at St Mary's.
Yeah.
So it's crazy at the minute, the FA Cup. I feel like, but that's the thing. If we beat Middlesbrough, then you've got to think the quarterfinals is going to be tough, and we could draw easily someone like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham if they get through, even Southampton, Everton as well. It's going to be the quarterfinals will be tough.
But I think we have to say that I'm quite impressed with Tottenham that it was quite a professional performance against Brighton.
Yeah, I'd say so.
They are a good side, Brighton. They really are a good side. And I think they were full strength. And
Yeah,
Basuma's back, and Basuma still looked quality, didn't he? He
yeah,
really
he
did,
did.
Brighton. And it was always going to be a tricky game, Brighton at home. If they went 1-0 up, I'm sure the crowd would have turned early
Yeah,
doors. But we stuck with it, and when Brighton got that goal back, we did reply pretty quickly. So it was really
yeah,
professional, and I was really worried from like you said, all the potential upsets, and there was a few upsets at the weekend. I
yeah.
was worried that it could be Tottenham as well, but thankfully not. But
No.
Middlesbrough, then, are you confident?
Yeah, I am confident. Yeah, I think we can definitely get the job done there. I think we can go there, win the game, and hopefully get through to the quarterfinals. But as I say, the quarterfinals could be a tough one. So all the big teams have been separated as well. There's only 2 All Premier League clashes, I believe, and I think that's Liverpool v Norwich, and the other one is West Ham and Southampton.
I saw there's another good fixture. Is it Luton v Chelsea?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think that could be a tough.
Tasty.
I think Luton fans are a bit of a rowdy bunch as
Yeah.
well. I think every team from London is basically their rivals.
Yeah.
So, I think their biggest rivals is actually Watford, but I think because they're sort of just on the borders there. I think they're basically. I think London clubs aren't welcomed when they go to. Is it Kenilworth Road they play at?
Sounds right. It does sound right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, but it's basically a bit of a.
Yeah, Ollie says, has the FA Cup date been agreed yet? It's either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday in midweek. But it's definitely midweek. So I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but it's going to be a crazy schedule for Spurs. 4 away games on the bounce.
Yeah.
Man City in there, Leeds in there,
Burnley.
Middlesbrough and Burnley. So, some proper ugly grounds we've got to go to, and there's going to have to be some dogged performances, I think. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the FA Cup still. I mean, it's our last chance at winning the trophy this season, and hopefully Harry Kane can save some of his goals for the latter stages. A cup final would be nice. So,
yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, win the FA Cup and get top 4. It'd be perfect.
Absolute dream. And I'm not sure if people know, but I think Conte's played in it or managed in the FA Cup twice, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And, first time he won it. Second time he was runner-up.
I think he did. I think the year they won the Premier League, they lost in the FA Cup final, and then year after that, he actually won the FA Cup.
He won it.
I think they had a poor season.
Yeah. So no, we've got a good chance under Conte, and I'm sure he'll love to win a trophy.
Yeah.
And, we've got a bit more of a squad now. I'm a bit more confident. Even with rotation, it was so nice at the weekend for us to take Son off, take Romero off, and the players come on and done a job. So, it was nice to see. Very nice to see. Should we preview Southampton then on Wednesday night, mate?
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on going to Southampton? The question I asked my dad earlier was, who's a better side, Brighton or Southampton? I think it's quite a tough decision.
I think this season, I think the better side is Brighton. With Southampton, they've got the sort of reputation where they have a bit of a slow start to the season, and then they sort of come into a bit of form, but then they're sort of inconsistent in the middle. So they're a bit of a funny side, Southampton. I know St Mary's is obviously a tough place to visit in general. I think they've only lost once at home. But obviously we're at home, I think Conte said he wanted to make the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium a tough ground to visit for the away sides, which is right, really, which is what we should be doing anyway. But I think going into this one, I'm pretty confident we can win this, and I think we can get 3 points against Southampton. They will put up a good fight. They're not a bad side, but I generally think Brighton are better. But I think the only best player from Southampton is obviously James Ward-Prowse. So we've got to avoid giving away the free kicks because he's in a bit of good form himself. Obviously sold Danny Ings in the summer as well. So I think the only prolific striker they got is that Borja, is it?
They've got Adam Armstrong and Che Adams.
Yeah, they've been a bit slow for my liking, I think.
Early team news is that Broja's got a knock. but he could be in the squad still. But he's unlikely to start. But he looks a good player. He looks quite
he's
strong
good.
bloke.
Chelsea, I believe. I think. Or did they make that permanent in January? I think they were talking about making it permanent.
They didn't activate it yet. They've got 25 million, which is a lot of money yet. He's not proven yet. But no, he looks a good little player, Broja. But I feel like Southampton will be a tricky game. I don't think they're very good defensively, but I think they're quite good. I think they're quite good in possession. They're quite good at moving the ball around. But yeah, I'm a bit worried still. But you never know what's Tottenham are going to turn up. We went through that phase, didn't we? Like in December, where we played 4 games and the opposition had 10 men every game. I think the Southampton game was it Salisu was sent off.
Yeah, he was sent off. Yeah,
couldn't break him down.
Yeah, you're right there. We played Palace. They had a player sent off. What did Watford have a player sent off or no?
Liverpool had Robertson sent off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So I think it was like 4 games in a row where the opposition had 10 men. But Southampton will be a tricky one. Like you said, the set pieces, that is where it's going to come down to. I think really. I mean, I wouldn't feel confident wherever we give a free kick away at Ward-Prowse. I mean, his last free kick was it away at Wolves?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think every free kick he gets, he scores. He scored that one against us in the return fixture from open play.
Yeah, and that was a great finish.
That was a good goal as well. It was really well taken and that. So yeah, he's capable of scoring some belters, and we just got to keep him out. Got to keep him quiet. But not just him, the rest of the attacking team as well. But as you say, defensively they're not great defensively, and I feel like Kane, Son with their scoring boots on, I feel like can do damage. Get another 5-2 like we did last season.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to the game, but I'm always a bit wary. You just don't know what Southampton are going to turn up. So team moves for us. Of course, Conte's got his press conference tomorrow around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock lunchtime. Rumours that Skip and Tanganga are still out, but Dyer could return. But Dyer again is not a certainty. What would you like to see tomorrow? Would you like to see any of the new boys start?
Well, I think one new boy I think is capable of getting a start is Bentancur. See, I think at the 2 signings, excuse me, that made their debut on Saturday, Bentancur was the one who impressed me a lot. Coming to that midfield, he just got stuck in and just done his basic job. And for me, like what you got to remember, Bentancur's 24 years old. He's got plenty of first team experience under his belt. So for me, I feel like he's ready to start a match. We're not signing someone young who needs time to settle in and this and that. Look, if you're good enough, you're going to go straight into the first team. Simple as that. And I feel like that's what Bentancur can do. And don't forget, he was at international duty with Uruguay. So he's obviously flown straight back in after his international duty. And this is an interesting one. That goal he scored, 43 seconds into the game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that was his first goal for his country.
It's crazy, isn't it?
He signs for Tottenham and then he scores his first goal for his country.
He'll never score again, will he? He'll never score.
I think we've got a Stefan Freund on our hands.
But
looking at Bentancur, like he just run that midfield really well. And I feel like if you can do that now to the end of the season, then we'll have a good player on our hands. As for Kulusevski, I feel like he will come good. When I watch their interviews, they say they love playing football and that they play, they enjoy it, they have fun, and you never get these vibes from Ndombele. So you look at Ndombele, it looks like he doesn't enjoy his football.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but with them two, if they can, enjoy their football at Tottenham, I think they'll do really well, and I'm confident in both of them. And Kulusevski could have had an assist on his debut, only for Bergwijn to fluff his line.
He really should have. Yeah. From what I've seen of Kulusevski, I'm going to say he might have tired legs, from travelling or whatever. But I don't want to judge Kulusevski yet. But he does look a bit sluggish. I think he may be better behind the 2 strikers. I'm not sure if he's got the paces to be a winger. But I'm looking forward to see what he can do.
Give him the time, but Bentancur looks like he's going to be good from the get-go. So we'll see how that goes. But I think Bentancur. I think don't be surprised if he starts in the middle there. The question is, though, who would be the great partner? Would it be Bentancur, Skip, Bentancur, Højbjerg, Bentancur, Winks?
That's the thing. I don't think he's going to drop Højbjerg now. So it's probably going to be Bentancur. I don't know. That's the thing, I don't know what Conte prefers. Does he prefer the 3-5-2 or the 3-4-3? I think he prefers the 5 in midfield. But yeah, in the Premier League, you only get 3 subs, don't you?
Yeah.
So I think it limits you a little bit if you don't have enough attacking players on to start with.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll be really interested to see if he does start Bentancur. Would he start him? I think it's more. I don't know why. I think it's more likely he will start Kulusevski on Wednesday, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out until tomorrow what the team news will be. But can I get your prediction then for Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Spurs win, and I think we're going to win 3-1.
3-1 again. I'll take that. I'll go.
I said on Saturday the score was going to be 2-1 to Spurs.
I think I said 2-1 Tottenham in extra time.
Oh, okay. No, I said just 2-1 to Spurs, but yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Saturday. I think 3-1 on Wednesday, and I think Southampton could score first. They could score an early one.
Right, we've got a few questions. Oh, we've got a question and comment from Lask. Lask says, "What would you choose: win the FA Cup or not qualify for Champions League, or qualify for Champions League and not win the cup?" So, top 4 or a trophy, Gaz?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I'll probably go for FA Cup. I mean, look, we've been in, as much as I'd love to be in the Champions League, I think we need a trophy. What is it, 14 years, 15 years or something? But yeah, I feel I just need a trophy and obviously shut the opposition fans up for not winning trophies. So yeah, I feel I'd happily take outside the top 4 as long as we won the FA Cup. But but then again, I would like to finish in the top 4.
Yeah, it's not that you wouldn't want top 4. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, top 4 in the FA Cup would be perfect. But it's going to be a case of one and not the other. So it could even be 5th place and lose the FA Cup final.
That's the thing is, I think we just need to win any trophy with Kane, Lloris, and Son. They really do deserve it. I'll say that 5 years down the line, then we end up winning the Conference League with, I don't know, some crap youngster up front. It just won't be the same. I've become so attached to Lloris, Son, Kane over the years, and they definitely do deserve something. Same with Dele Alli. He deserves to win a trophy with Tottenham after them with the beginning of his career. But yeah, I could definitely put off European football for another year if it meant we won a trophy. What do you think Harry Kane would be thinking? The trophy or top 4?
I don't know. I reckon it'd probably be a trophy, FA Cup. I reckon he'd probably be more bothered. I mean, he's won his individual awards, top goal scorer, Golden Boot, Player of the Year, and things like that. But I think really he wants to win a major trophy. I think like you said, he deserves it, and I think he's got to try and win a trophy. But the thing is, he's got to work in a final. If he reaches a final, the amount of times we've watched him in a final and he's been poor.
Yeah.
So he's got to do himself a favour as well. If he wants the trophy, he's got to win. But as I say, sometimes he might not have been helped with the team he's been with, just not matching the ambition that he has. And hopefully with the team, with the manager, hopefully they can match that ambition. So, but I think it's going to win a trophy. I mean, he's been in the Champions League. Obviously, we want to be in the Champions League. But if it meant, no, like you said, no European football, but win a trophy, then yeah, I'd be chuffed with that.
Yeah, I'm all aboard the trophy this season. I think since I turned 18, we've not won a trophy. So I need to see us win a trophy and I can have a beer legally. It's been so long now. Jim says 3-1 as well against Southampton.
Yeah.
So liking the optimism there. So let's talk about this breaking news from earlier in the week. Steve Hitchin resigned from his role as technical director, I believe. What did you make of the news when you heard it? I think you was quite chuffed, weren't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you watch the Amazon documentary, he actually says that he hates the January transfer window. Probably hates all windows, to be fair, but
just hates windows.
But then again, I don't know. I think he's because of the way Daniel Levy and Enoch negotiate transfers, probably feels like he's having his time wasted. I don't know. It's a strange one, really. But everyone was blaming him for the lack of transfers and the poor recruitment and that. But then people said that he was actually the ones going out finding all these decent names. But it's only because Levy wouldn't put in any offer. So probably made him resign. I mean, if that's true, then yeah, you can't really blame him, to be fair. But then again, if he is as useless as what he actually makes out, then yeah, then, good riddance to him and good luck on his next adventure. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it'd be a major loss. I think with Paratici in charge, like as a director of football, maybe he's just pushed Steve Hitchen to the side.
Yeah, well, this is what's been reported, that Paratici come in without Hitchen knowing anything about it, and then it felt like they just created a role for Hitchen just so he stayed within the club. And then I think even when Hitchen was there, I don't think he even knew what he's meant to be doing, because Paratici dealt with the last 2 transfer windows. And I think Hitchen just felt a bit lost. He didn't know what his job role was. I think, and it must be so frustrating if you're Hitchen and you get so close to getting Grealish, Fernandes over the line, Dybala, and all you need is Levy's signature, and you don't sign it. It makes you look stupid, doesn't it? It's just a waste of time. I remember when Hitchen drew up the managerial shortlist, didn't he? And then Paratici come in, and then that shortlist got ripped up because Paratici come in, and then they had to start it all again. Jim says he brought in Ndombele in the cell, so he can't be that good at recruitment. Yeah, 100% agree. It's a weird one with Hitchen. Now he's gone, I feel like I can give more of a balanced view. But yeah, I was clear that Hitchen did get Ndombele and Lo Celso over the line. But it did sound like that they were Poch's first choice signings as well. It's definitely Ndombele. I think Lo Celso was after Bruno. What have you made of Hitchen's signings, Gaz? I mean, I'm sure I know what you're going to say. But...
Well, yeah, they were poor signings. If he was to sign Ndombele and Lo Celso, I mean, that year when we bought Ndombele, Lo Celso, Sessegnon and Jack Clarke, was it? That was probably our worst transfer window. I mean, we've loaned out, 3 of those players now. The only one who stayed is obviously Sessegnon. I think that's one player that Conte does rate. But yeah, I think just poor recruitment. I mean, Jack Clarke hasn't had a sniff really since he signed. Ndombele, Lo Celso, I think just bought the wrong players for the wrong club, for the wrong system. Ndombele's attitude just hasn't really been up to scratch. But the same with Lo Celso. I think Lo Celso was poor. But what I've noticed as well, Ndombele looks a lot more happier now he's back at Lyon. He's smiling a lot more in his pictures. And when he's doing the interviews, he's been seen pictured with the chairman as well of Lyon. So he looks like he's back at home there. And the same for Lo Celso. They look like they just wanted to get away from. Looked like they just didn't settle in. Looked like they didn't want to play for the club at all. So just a strange one. I mean, I suppose if you had to pick any of Steve Hitchen's best signings, who would they be? I suppose for me it'd be someone like Højbjerg and Reguilon.
I think the best one was Lucas Moura, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, Lucas Moura.
I think I read an article by The Guardian earlier. I wanted to do my research before tonight's stream, and they said Lucas Moura and Højbjerg will go down as his best signings. But even now, I'm a bit skeptical on the Højbjerg deal. Højbjerg does have his dodgy moments, and I don't know. Maybe we could have loaned out Walker Peters again. I know he did get loaned to Southampton, didn't he, Walker Peters?
Initially. Yeah,
so I don't know. It's hard to blame Hitchen completely when we've replaced the managers, we've replaced the coaching staff, we've replaced technical directors, and the only person that hasn't been replaced is Daniel Levy. So if things don't change, and I think everyone was expecting something a little bit more this January transfer window. I think even Conte wasn't he? I think he expected something else other than the Juventus boys. But again, now Levy's gone borrowed time again, but now he's got another excuse for the summer transfer window. How do you think the summer transfer window is going to look? Do you think he'll get back to Conte?
Well, he needs to. I mean, there's been rumours about the summer is probably going to be the busiest for Spurs, but I don't know. I just don't know with Levy. He says one thing, comes to the summer transfer window, and he goes missing. You know, he went to the Bahamas during the January transfer window. So yeah, I just don't know. I don't think. I think we need to lower our expectations when it comes to transfers now. I think we just need to accept the fact, just be open minded that no players are coming, and the ones who do come in, obviously it's a bonus. But yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously I think they did well to bring like Christian Romero in the summer.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's just never straightforward though. It's a loan deal with an obligation to buy. I mean, Kulusevski is an 18-month loan with an option to buy. You know, just pay the money, man. You know, just pay the flipping money. I mean, there's been rumours. I've seen a few articles this week saying that ENIC are open for offers to buy them out, but according to ENIC and Co, they want about £3 billion. It's like 2.2 billion is what the club's worth, and the 700 million of that is the debt.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe it's. I mean, yeah, we'd all love to see ENIC go. Just not proper footballing men. Don't have a clue about football, I don't think. And they're just there for like business. You know, they built the stadium, training ground. They're building like dwellings around the stadium, like cinemas and hotels and apartments and all that. So you know they're good in that sense, but when it comes to football, they don't put their football first. So I think it's wrong.
But this is what's very baffling as Spurs fans. They're doing the cinemas, more flats, shopping centres, and all this stuff. They're doing all this around the stadium, but they haven't even done the stadium naming rights.
No.
So, and that's going to be the big money earner, the stadium naming rights. So,
yeah,
the only explanation I can think of why we haven't got the naming rights is they're trying to say, oh, if you buy the club, you get to name the stadium whatever you want, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that is what, and that's what, you know, that's going to be an extra million, billion on top of whatever it is. Like the name, you get to name the stadium, whatever your brand is. There has been talks that, let's say, like the Saudis and the Arabians and Dubai, all them owners, they wouldn't buy a Jewish club.
No.
So that kind of, you know, buggers us up a little bit. So if the investment does come in, it probably would be Americans. I'm not sure who else. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Russians. What do you think? Who could buy us?
Yeah, like you said, yeah, I think Americans. I think that's the only because you got to think we host the NFL at the stadium now as well. So we got that. I think Americans is probably a lot more likely. I think the only other nation, I don't know, someone like Japanese, Koreans, maybe.
Good point in saying that, because there was an investor from Singapore did come to the ground a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Far East. Yeah, there'll probably be a Far East. I think, because we're quite popular over in the Far East, like China, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, and all them. And I think maybe someone from that part of the world could buy the club. You just need someone who's got lots of money, like a multi-billionaire, maybe a trillionaire, and a passionate Spurs fan.
Yeah, who wants to get
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, someone like that. I think with Jeff Bezos, he used to own Amazon. I think Jeff Bezos, one person he doesn't like is Stan Kroenke.
Oh yeah.
So that'd be quite an interesting rival, wouldn't it? You get Jeff Bezos, who I think is more wealthier than Stan Kroenke.
Oh yeah, definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd see a rumor. I see a rumor a few years back. The bloke who owns the Dallas Cowboys wanted to buy Spurs. I think Dallas Cowboys is the richest grossing sports team in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And
is this the one where I'm not sure. Is this the team that we copied our stadium design from, or I know there was a stadium designer in the NFL, and he designed our stadium to very similar.
Could be. I'm not sure.
But yeah, so it's a weird one with the Steve Hitchen, because the reports have been that Conte was quite disappointed or quite sad that he's left. No real statement. I mean, there was a statement by the club website, but no real statement by Paratici or Levy. So again, another weird one. You know, things have been kept quiet. Lasker said in the summer, if he doesn't support Conte, he will leave for sure. Roy says scouting needs shaking up. Recruitment and Levy has been holding us back. So speaking about recruitment, I mean, what I've been demanding is for Spurs to, dig in the Championship. And, I think, like we said, after this FA Cup round, we've seen there is definitely some talent in the Championship.
Yeah,
Uh,
another name who popped up was that Brennan Johnson for
yeah,
not
yeah, what did you make of him? I thought he looked very nippy.
Yeah, really good player. I mean, obviously we mentioned it before about youth players. We mentioned Lewis Potter, the one who plays for Hull.
Yeah.
He was really impressive. And then you had obviously Brennan Johnson and obviously Jed Spence as well.
Yeah.
There's definitely some young players lurking about as well. I think we've looked at a couple of players from the non-league.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, what was it, Ramsgate or Dover or someone of that?
Lewis.
Lewis, yeah, I think it was Lewis.
Yeah. But, did you read why that one fell through?
I can't remember. No, I can't remember. I think what was it? I don't know. I couldn't agree to personal terms, wasn't it?
No, apparently because he was mimicking Harry Kane, and he gave him a little stick on Twitter, and Spurs fans weren't happy about that, and almost blocked him out of the move. So he got like all his old tweets got put in the spotlight, and I think Spurs picked it up. But yeah, I mean, if he comes good, that bloke. But we will see. Lask also says, as an Indian, I want Mukesh Ambani to take over. He's the richest person in India, around top 10 in the world. Let us know who he does, what he's invested in. Has he got any football knowledge? I mean, not a name I've heard of, but it'd be interesting to hear who this guy is, Lask. But yeah, anyone else then for the summer you like Tottenham to have a look at, or what positions do you think Tottenham needs to be looking at?
I don't know. I reckon we'll sign that left-sided centre back, someone like De Ligt or Botman could be looked at there. Probably another right wing back. Again like Jed Spence or Lamptey if they fancy it. I don't know. There's been another name who popped up. I think his name's Baku.
Oh yeah, Baku's a right midfielder.
Yeah, is he? Yeah, could be. Yeah, I know there's a right back at Ajax. He's only got 6 months left on his contract. I think his name's Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 6 months left on his contract. Player there. I think we just need an attacking midfielder and a backup striker. Probably about 4 or 5 players. But another interesting quote from Conte: he's not loaning out Harvey White. He's keeping him for the best.
He ain't got a choice, has he?
No, loaned out all the midfielders. But in a way, I think that's good because it just shows you he might be trusting Harvey White. Hopefully, we see Harvey White get some minutes.
And he's left-footed, and
he's got a quality left foot. I think he can play left back as well.
Yeah, and the rumor is he can take a good free kick. I think he did a good one against Leicester in the academy fixture. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think I see he scored a belter of a goal. Yeah, and also as well, a young player to come in and replace Markande.
Yeah, so I was very curious to see about once the Celso Dele and Ndombele left. I was very curious to see about how our bench would look. And it don't look too bad, does it? But I think if we got a few injuries, that bench would start to look really weak again. So fingers crossed we don't get too many injuries. I think the only academy players was it White and Scarlett on the last game?
Yeah, but the bench looked pretty good on Saturday. I actually looked at that. I said the options don't look half bad there. So hopefully, because that's always been the problem. You look at our bench compared to others, and it's like, we look really weak.
I've always thought that with Conte, and mainly with any Tottenham manager, you already know who's going to come on in the second half from that bench. Yeah. Like, Scarlett's not coming on. Harvey White ain't going to come on. It's just, unless something ridiculous happens. If you're going 4-0 up, that's the only way these youngsters are ever going to come on. Last says he also owns the Indian Super League, the Football League of India. Jim says a yank will buy Spurs. And Lask also says Dumfries will suit Spurs a lot as their right wing back. Dumfries was at, I think he was at PSV, and then he went Inter, didn't he? So yeah, I can't see him moving anytime soon if he's at Inter. But I'm not sure how he's doing. I've not heard if he's doing great or okay. I've not heard too much about him. It's been pretty quiet on that front. Let's give a quick mention to the players that didn't leave the club then. Let's start off with Joe Roden. Are you surprised Joe Roden didn't get his move on deadline day?
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. Yeah, I mean, you've got to think he's barely played, he's hardly had any minutes this season under Spurs, obviously in the Europa Conference League and a couple of cup matches. But yeah, I'm pretty surprised he stayed, to be honest with you. I think, well, I mean, he come off the bench on Saturday to replace Romero, but yeah, maybe he's just there till the end of the season. Maybe he'll get his move in the summer instead. But yeah, I was pretty surprised that he stayed.
Let's have a quick look at our predictions from the previous week, from last week. So we both predicted Matt Doherty would stay, and he has stayed.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need him now. Before I was like, yeah, get rid, whatever happens. But are you, in a weird way, I'm kind of glad he stayed for that bit of support.
Yeah.
I think there's a better chance of him pushing Emerson now. I don't think the gap is as big as it used to be.
No, I agree with you there, Tel. Definitely. I think, on his day, he's not a bad player. I mean, when he come off the bench against Leicester, he was decent.
Yeah.
Played with a bit more confidence. So maybe if anyone's going to step up this fellow, I think it's going to be Conte, because I think Nuno just couldn't do it. And Mourinho didn't really do it either, nor did Ryan Mason. So, but yeah, I think if anyone's going to step up, I think for Matt Doherty, I think it will be Conte. So, well, let's see. I mean, he specialises in fullbacks, in wing backs. So, let's just have to give it a go. I'd sooner pick Doherty over Tanganga anyway.
100%. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Another thing, I feel like Doherty is getting a lot more minutes now, so that probably is helping him a lot more. He's not playing 90 minutes against Mora or whatever. He got brought on at half time against Leicester and we won the game. So
on the game, yeah.
So his confidence is probably coming back. I can't remember who is next on the slide, so this will be my first time looking. Tanganga, we both said he would stay.
Yeah.
I think in the end of what AC Milan wanted a loan, but we wanted 25 million, so that one never materialized in the end. What else have we got? Roden. So this is a weird one. Yeah, we didn't get his move. I said Leeds, you said Brighton. There was nothing, was there, on deadline day? Not a whisper.
No, not really. I think I did see a tweet to say, I think it was by Dan Kilpatrick, and he actually said Joe Rodon looking likely to stay. I don't know. He's probably been told that he will get some minutes, but if not, he'll just have to hold out till the summer to get a permanent move or even a loan move. But I don't know. I think when Dyer, Romero, Davis, Sanchez are all fully fit, he's definitely like 4th or 5th down the pecking order.
Yeah, but Conte even prefers Tanganga over Roden. And Tanganga, I don't think Tanganga could have been any worse the last couple of weeks.
No.
Them 2 games against Chelsea, he was shambles.
He
scored at fault for 2 of the own goals, just absolute shambles.
Yeah, I mean, after the first leg, I would have probably picked Roden ahead of Tanganga.
Yeah, 100%. Let's have a look at who else we got. Delhi, I went Everton, so I don't know. I got lucky with that one, really. It was more of a guess, just because I think Lampard wanted to make a statement signing. There was talk late on, wasn't there, of Newcastle?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think Newcastle just wanted the loan move, but I was surprised to see him leave Everton leave Tottenham on a permanent. Really, I thought if anything, it would have been a loan move. But by the sounds of it, he sounds like he just wasn't happy, because he said in his interview he wants to be happy again playing football. I just think he generally just needed a move. Probably he didn't fancy a loan move. I don't think he had it in his heart to come back. So I think he generally wanted something different. I think the offer was, you could go to another club, but it's only going to be a loan move. If you want a permanent move, then it's going to be Everton. It's like take it or leave it sort of thing. So I just think, go on. It is what it is. And look, you don't know if he plays out of his skin, if he goes back to the old Delhi that we saw in his early career, then you never know. He might be capable of going to a bigger move. He might just use Everton as a stepping stone, and then he might either go abroad or to, or even might even go to Newcastle in a few years' time when they've properly, established themselves as a top side with all the players and the money they've got. So, but let's see. But I was surprised Delhi going on a permanent. As I say, he just probably really wanted to move on soon.
I think Conte did praise the board for getting the players out, so I think Conte had his say in it as well. But one thing we can say with Delhi, he had his chances.
Yeah,
We really did give him so many opportunities, much more than we should have, to be honest.
yeah,
And but I wish him all the best. It was emotional, that exit video he done, the thank you video.
yeah.
And I know, yeah, like I said, Daddy's given us some really good memories as a Spurs fan, but it got stale. It really did get stale. But do you think he will pick up his form again at Everton?
Um, yeah, but I reckon he will. I reckon he will come good again, but I don't think he'd be as brilliant as what he was when he first signed for Spurs when he was 19, 20 years old. He's in the form of his life. Maybe the problem is he peaked too early, and he probably asked himself, "How do I get better than this when I'm in my mid-20s?" Like, and the question is, well, he's answered it really. Yeah, you can't really. You probably peaked too early and couldn't improve.
Mm.
And obviously to maintain that level, you've got to stick to it. And he probably never stuck to it. Probably just liked his lifestyle a bit too much in his
Yeah.
personal life, cars and all that. I mean, he doesn't really when you're earning that sort of money because you've got to think he was offered a lot. His wages when he was young, like 21, 22, it was staggering, absolutely staggering. I think it's like what was it, 100 grand a week or something?
Yeah, he got that. He got that
25?
new contract very early on, didn't he?
Yeah, and probably earned too much money and probably just loved the money too much.
I was speaking to my dad the other day, and he mentioned that he thinks players get too comfortable at Tottenham with the training ground because they go training probably 9 till 1 o'clock,
Yeah,
and then they watch a few analysis videos, and then they've got the whole training grounds themselves. They've got the hot tubs, jacuzzis, swimming pools,
yeah.
pool tables, and table tennis, basketball courts, and all that. They probably treat it like a holiday camp at the end of the day.
Could
Once
do.
and players like Delhi, he knew he wasn't going to get selected in the starting 11 anyway, so he probably took it easy in training and then looked forward to the afternoon to play a bit of basketball. I think they really just took their foot off the gas towards the end of it. Same with Lo Celso and Dombele. They knew they weren't going to start, and I think they were just looking forward to a bit of time in the hot tub or something. What do you think?
Yeah.
So next up, who is it? It's Lo Celso or Dombele. This one was pretty much a done deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we spoke about this one, do you think he'll come back to Spurs, and play again?
I don't think so. No, if he does well, actually, he played for Lyon at the weekend. Played against Monaco, and Monaco beat him 2-0. Ndombele started on the bench. He come on at half time.
Yeah,
and played 45 minutes. I don't know how he done. Not too sure, but yeah, he didn't start the match. But yeah, lost 2-0. But I don't think he'll come back. I generally don't think he will come back, and the same would be for Lo Celso. I think they both got options to make their loan move permanent. So I think if Ndombele, the thing is, if he does well in the French league, maybe come the summer when a team like PSG might have a clear out, they might clear out 5 or 6 players, and then they'll go for Ndombele.
That's what I think. I think it'll give PSG a chance to, reduce some clutter in their squad, and then they'll get Ndombele.
Yeah, because you've got like players like Idrissa Gueye, who else is there? Di Maria, Draxler. They're aging players now, so they're going to move them on. Ndombele's still 24, 25. So, and Wijnaldum as well is in his 30s. So you never know. In the summer they might have a bit of a clear out, sign some players, sign off some players, and actually and player like Ndombele, he'd probably be like their only signing. Might just be the one or two signings they make.
It might not even be Poch either. Poch could go United.
Yeah, yeah, be the case. Yeah, they might have a new manager. Maybe Zidane would be the new PSG coach in the summer.
Yeah, so will be interesting. I did read somewhere that they're considering terminating Ramos's contract as well in the summer.
Oh, right. I didn't know.
He's hardly played, has he? I've not seen him play. I've
No,
not seen him play in PSG shirt.
Nah.
And then Lo Celso, I said he'll stay. You said Atletico Madrid. This is before we had any knowledge of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised he did go in the end, but again, I think we won't see him again in a Spurs shirt.
No, I don't think so. I reckon he'll stay in Spain. I don't know if he'll be at Villarreal. Obviously, his mate Juan Foyth is there as well, so I think they got on really well at Tottenham. So I think having Foyth there could impact him staying. But I don't think he's capable of coming back to England. I can't see it happening personally. I mean, I don't think he'll go to a club like Newcastle or even a top 4 side.
No.
I think if anything, it will stay out in Spain. I mean, he's done well at Real Betis. So, but I think he will stay at Villarreal. Even like he could even go to someone like Atletico Madrid if he'd done well.
Yeah,
Again,
no.
again, it's the same story with Ndombele. Obviously, if he could get a move to PSG, but it'd be the same for Lo Celso. If he does well, then yeah, maybe a team like Atletico Madrid could come in for him in the summer.
Like you said, yeah, I've Ndombele, Celso, they could play for a top club, but not in the Premier League. It'll be a top club in their respective countries.
Yeah.
Jim says with exclamation marks, no, we don't want Ndombele back. I've got an Ndombele shirt. I need to wear it again. Yes, I've got to make use of that. But yeah, I think that is it on the player front. Is there anyone else? Bergwijn. Stephen Bergwijn stayed. You happy you stayed? I know you missed the sitter at the weekend.
Yeah.
You happy you stayed in the end?
Yeah, I am. It just gives you that option to attacking option, doesn't it? I mean, he's played as a striker. Well, I think Conte wants him to play as a striker, and obviously he plays as a winger as well. So yeah, it just gives that option. And if that's the case, then yeah, I'm glad that Bergwijn did stay. I mean, I mean, it doesn't mean to say that he won't be gone come the summer. He might end up going to Ajax in the summer. But if he can stay and score a few, if he can score 10 goals from now to the end of the season, then
10 goals.
Well, let's go. Well, let's be fair. 10 goals in all competitions.
Yeah. All right.
Let's say 10 goals, right? But that includes all competitions and a couple for the Netherlands as well.
All right. If he gets 10 goals this season, I'll get you a Bergwijn shirt. That's the deal.
Yeah, but he's got to be at Tottenham still. We can't go afterwards. I mean, even with the Netherlands shirt.
Yeah, that'd be nice. With the move to Ajax, I'm not sure if people know, but did you see about Mark Overmars got sacked for sending dirty messages? Did you read that?
Oh no, I didn't see that. No,
he got sacked last night from Ajax. So he's not on the board no more. He was texting things that inappropriate things to women. But yeah, check the news after that. So Overmars is gone, and of course, Ten Hag could go United in the summer. So who knows what might happen there as well. So what do you think?
Yeah, straight. Yeah, like you said, I mean, it can all change. I mean, obviously, the loan players, things could change there as well. I mean, we were saying this about Jed Spence. When he was out on loan, there was a different manager there. But when he goes back to Borough, obviously, he'd be under Chris Wilder. And but the thing is, going back to Jed Spence, if I mean, they're still in a good position to go to the playoffs, Nottingham Forest. And you know what? I'd like to see Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. It's one team we've not seen in the Premier League, ever really. I've always been up and about, but yeah, the thing is, anything can change in the summer. I mean, club might sack managers, or their managers will get approached by a top club, and you just don't know. I mean, Ndombele said he wanted to go back to Lyon because he said he played under too many managers, but I think he's got himself to blame for that.
Yeah, 100%. But like you said, there's a lot of factors to take into it. Tottenham with getting Champions League football. If we get Champions League football, we can attract better players. Maybe wishful thinking, but maybe Dybala would be more interested in the summer, and Kessie if we had Champions League football. And then, like I said, Jed Spence, he may end up staying at Borough if they get promoted. I'm not sure where they are in the league right now. Fulham top of the league.
Sorry?
Who's top of the league? Is it Fulham?
Yeah, I think top of the league was Fulham. I can't remember who was second. Who was it? West Brom or someone? No, I don't know if it's West Brom. I can't think.
Fulham are top. Blackburn second.
Bournemouth Blackburn, that's it.
And
what's that? Bournemouth for third?
Yeah.
Bournemouth for third, and they lost to Bournemouth Wood.
yeah. And QPR are fourth. So what a job Mark Warburton's doing. So, I'm very sorry. I've not looked at the championship table in a long time. And I'm looking where Forest are. Borough at 7th and Forest at 8th. So they're very close.
They're both. If they turn their foot, turn into good form, could get a playoff spot.
But yeah, that just about wraps it up then for tonight. I was going to preview Wolves, but we don't know team news and stuff, so it's going to be very difficult to preview the Wolves game. But again, they're in the Southampton Brighton mould, and they're on the up now, Wolves, aren't they? Quite a difficult team to
Yeah,
beat.
they are. They had a bit of a slow start to the season. Obviously, they've got no Adama Traore as well, so
that helps.
their season impact a bit. Just before you wrap up, Tel, I just want to give a special mention. Well, congratulations to Pepe Sarr. He's won the Africa Cup of Nations for Senegal.
Yeah, nice to see that. I didn't watch a single minute of that. Did you watch anything?
No, I didn't actually, no, but I did keep track of it, because who was it? It was Senegal actually missed the penalty in normal time in that game, and not really much happened after that. So Senegal could have won it in the 90 minutes. It went all the way to penalties. I think what it was, obviously Senegal, Egypt both got Senegal, Sadio Mane, and Egypt, Mo Salah, both got their clinical players there. And obviously, one was going to take the deciding penalty, and it was
Salah didn't take one, did he?
Salah didn't take one. No, he didn't take one in the shootout. But someone said, I think 3 penalty shootouts to get to the final.
Yeah,
or something like that. I don't know, but they had to go. Their last 3 matches had to go extra time. I think I had a feeling before the game kicked off that Senegal were going to win that, because you looked at Egypt's squad. The only best player there really is Salah. But at least with Senegal, they've got about 6 or 7 first teamers who are playing in France, Spain, Italy. Some are in England as well. Obviously, Mane, Ismaila Sarr.
Keeper, Mendy.
Which one?
The Chelsea keeper, Mendy.
Yeah, Mendy, yeah. So, and obviously Pepe Sarr, they couldn't have won it without him, could they?
Main man. But yeah, well done to Pepe Sarr. Hopefully see him next season. Him and Ben, that would be very nice. Hopefully
he'll have a medal there when he comes back to Spurs. If he's got a future.
But that just about wraps it up then for this week. Gaz, thank you for joining me. Lovely to see we're through in the FA Cup. Big week this week. Chelsea and Arsenal on Sunday's postponed because Chelsea are at the Champions Cup. So it's a good chance for us to capitalise on the game in hand and get 3 points. So 6 points this week would go a long, long way. We've got one more comment here. Good night from Jim Peters. But thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight. Gaz, thanks for joining me. And see you all again here next week. Up the Spurs.
See you then. See you, mate.